is my meditation all the day, all the night, morning through night. And I delight in the law of the Lord, and on his law I meditate day and night. Morning Meditations with C.J. Marshall.
This morning, I want you to think about if you ever met somebody who did not really mean what they say. And what I mean by that is someone who will say they're going to do something and swear by all these other things to verify their word. They're not really trustworthy in their words. That they swear on their mother's life, or they swear by heaven or by hell, or that they're going to get some task done. They're not really trustworthy to get it done. The Pharisees and the Sadducees, Jesus has been rebuking in Matthew chapter 23. These religious leaders were doing just that type of thing, swearing to the people, making these rash oaths, and Jesus is going to correct them for that. Pick up with me in Matthew chapter 23 and verse 16. Matthew 23 and verse 16, Jesus continues, "Woe to you, blind guides, who say, if anyone swears by the temple, it is nothing. But if anyone swears by the gold of the temple, he is bound by his oath." Do you see the hypocrisy there? They're assigning more value to the gold of the temple. You can't swear by the temple, but you can swear by the gold of the temple. You blind fools, for which is greater, the gold of the temple that has made the gold sacred? And you say, if anyone swears by the altar, it is nothing. But if anyone swears by the gift that is on the altar, he is bound by it. You blind man, which is greater, the gift of the altar that makes the gift sacred? So whosoever swears by the altar swears by it and by everything on it. And whoever swears by the temple swears by it and by him who dwells in it. And whoever swears by God, but by heaven, swears by the throne of God and by him who sits upon it. The Pharisees and Sadducees were trying to justify swearing by the temple and say that that's not as bad as swearing by the gold of the temple, or you can swear by the altar but not the sacrifice that's on the altar. No, that would be wrong. Jesus is saying, don't swear at all. Both are sacred. Both things are sacred. The altar and the throne in the temple. So he's calling them hypocrites here because they are picking and choosing and nitpicking what they can kind of get away with. Jesus says, no, it's all holy. It was all holy under their law. The temple, the gold was all holy. The sacrifice and the animal on that altar being sacrificed was all pleasing to God. Don't swear at all. When we get to the Sermon on the Mount, we find that Jesus uses the same language, but don't swear an oath, neither by heaven or by earth, but let your yes be yes and your no be no. It doesn't matter what you swear on. Don't swear at all. Don't be like the Pharisees in this matter. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Morning Meditations. May we always be like the psalmist that says, oh, how I love your law. It is my meditation all the day. See you next time.
Morning meditations, oh how I love thy law, it is my meditation all the day, all the night, morning through night, and I delight in the law of the Lord, and on his law I meditate day and night.